Hey everyone, my name is Hannah DeBoer and welcome to my channel, and today I want to show you my New Year's Eve look. This beautiful blue sparkly look, and I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, and let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, so I have my eyebrows done and I use the BH Cosmetic brow palette. This is a really good brow palette. It has multiple different shades. So if you do makeup on people, this is a really good one. And so let's go ahead and start with the eyes. I'm just gonna take my Maybelline concealer and prime my eyes. And I'm just gonna take my finger and go ahead and blend that in. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm going to set my eyes. Alright, so now for my eyes, I'm going to go into my Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. And I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffy brush and going into this shade right here, and I think it's called Basic. I'm just taking it into the crease and a little bit above. And pretty much I'm just actually going to go all the way over the lid. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to, on a different fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the shade right here, which is called Necessary. And I'm just going to go ahead and deepen up the crease. And on that fluffy brush we used earlier, I'm just, with no additional product on it, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the edges to make it as seamless as possible. Alright, with that same brush that I used earlier with the shade Necessary, I'm going to go ahead and go into this brown here. And I don't know how to pronounce this, so I am not even going to try, but it's just this brown darker shade here. And I'm going back into the crease, just warming it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go into this shade, this pink shade right here called Girl Bye. Putting it in and placing it right where we put all the other shades, basically. Just layering. Even though it's starting to look a little messy, don't worry about that. I'm going to clean it up later on. Now I'm just doing the other eye. What'd you guys get for Christmas? Comment and leave it below. I want to know. My husband got me a brand new camera to film on. It was so exciting. Okay, now just taking that same brush again and just blending, just layering and blending and layering and blending. Trying to make things beautiful. I try so hard. Alright, so now for the fun part where I'm going to go into this blue shade here called A Moment. And I'm just going to dip my finger in and press it onto the rest of my lid. I love this color, it's so pretty. Now that's a New Year's Eve color if I've ever saw one. Do you guys go to parties or stay up all night on New Year's Eve, or do you just go to bed? We used to have family parties at my parents' house, and then we'd invite all of our friends, and then my dad would go to bed. And he would just say, "Wake me up when it's 12 o'clock. So we did. We'd party without him. I can't get over this shade. I've swatched it so many times. I won't even like apply it on my face. I'll just like be playing with it. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this black shade here called Game Over. And I'm just going to deepen up the corners a little bit. It's so pretty. These shades are all so sparkly. So beautiful. Okay, now I'm just gonna go and take that brush that we've been blending stuff out with and do that again. And I'm just gonna go back into that blue shade and touch up a few different places. Okay, now I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and clean up all the fallout. Alright, so now that my face is cleaned up, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara on the top lashes right now. I'm going to curl them first. Okay, and I'm going to be using the Voluminous Lash Extension Mascara. This is such a good mascara for being like $4. Oh, got a spot on my face. It's okay, I'll clean it up. I'll clean up that spot I put on my face. Much better. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face using the Master Prime from Maybelline. I keep looking at my sparkles and going like this. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my Becca foundation. Oh my gosh, I made a mess last time I used it. And I'm just taking my beauty blender. Is it just me, or is it so satisfying to watch people put on their foundation with a beauty blender? I love it. Oh, I'm messing up my makeup look. Got to be careful. Don't forget to take it down the neck. This is a little bit darker than my skin tone right now, but we'll just take it down the neck and brighten up some different areas. Okay, so now we're gonna go into that same concealer earlier that I used and brighten up the under eyes, a little bit down the nose and forehead, and then just blending it out. This foundation that I was using makes your skin really dewy and beautiful. I'm so shiny and sparkly. I'm gonna put a little more concealer underneath my eyes just because the blues can really draw out the blues under your eyes that you don't want showing. Okay, so now I'm gonna set my face with the same Laura Mercier powder. Oh, it just went everywhere. Oh boy, I'm making a mess today. Gosh. I really like to make sure that I set right here on my jaw because I tend to, like when I'm sitting at the computer or watching a movie, like sit like this, and then my hands, you know, mess up all the work that we've done earlier on our faces. So that's what I like to do, just to help it stay just an extra bit longer. All right, so now let's go ahead and finish up my under eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and take that fluffy brush that we used earlier in the shade, forgot already, Basic, and just pinching the brush and running it underneath my lash line, and then going into Necessary, and I just used the same brush on that. Okay, now I'm gonna take that brush we used earlier on the darker shades, and I'm going to go into that shade I don't know, is it like Churro or something, but it's the darker brown one here. Then going into the pink shade Girl Bye. I don't think that there's one shade in this palette that I don't like and that I haven't used. I love them all. Okay, so now I'm going to, on a pencil brush, go into the shade Just a Kiss, this really pretty gold shimmery shade, and I'm gonna highlight my inner corners with it. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my brush first, little setting spray, and then pick that same shade up, trying to make it pop a little bit more in the corners. So pretty. We're looking glamorous, people. Okay, I'm just gonna go in that same mascara from Essence and do the bottom lashes. Oh, got some underneath my eye again. It's okay, I'll just let it dry and then it'll just flake off when I go to brush it off later. Gosh, guys, I told you I'm messy today. Yeah, so we'll just let the spots dry that I've gotten a little crazy with my mascara. Okay, let's go on to bronzer. And I'm going to go into the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And this smells so good. It smells like the beach and coconut and all things beachy and delicious. And if you could eat it, I would. But don't do it. I don't recommend it. It's probably not good for you. I'm just gonna take some down the neck because my foundation doesn't really match my skin. You know, just put it everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to go into blush, and I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics blush palette. And on a blush brush, I'm going to go into the shade, they don't have names, but this one right here. And just tapping it off a little bit. That was a little more pinky than I thought it was gonna be. It's okay, I'll just tone it down later. Because that's what I'm having to do, is tone things down and wipe things away today. Oh my gosh. It's alright, it's okay. So if you went overboard like I have done this entire video, just take your setting powder and just go over it to dial it down. Or you can even take your makeup sponge and use what's left on your foundation and kind of just go over it, which helps muchly. Oh boy. Now we're going to go into highlighter, and I'm going to use the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. This smells really good too. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells good is what it is. And let's see, I'm going to go into the shade Lit right here. Just take it on the high points of my face. That's pretty. I like it. I haven't used this in a while. On the tip of my nose, down the center of my nose, a little bit on the forehead, and on my cupid's bow, and on the chin. You're super glowy and sparkly. Right now I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and clean up our mess I made. Or not ours, it was mine. I did it. It was me. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and lock in my face, and I'm going to use the Mario Badescu setting spray and fan it. Okay, I'm going to go into this Lord & Berry lip pencil, and it doesn't have the shade or name on it, so, and oh my goodness, my eye is watering. No, 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 no. Don't ruin all of our hard work. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and line and fill the lips. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and go around the edges to diffuse it a little bit, so it's not quite as sharp. All right, so that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and hit that subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload. And comment on what videos you'd like to see me do, or makeup looks or challenges or whatever, because I'd love to hear from you guys. And we'll see you next time. Bye.